Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Creating with the Heart, and today's card is a challenge for Just a Scrappin' Challenge blog, and the challenge this week is to create a Christmas in July card using the colors, I think it's pink, black, and white, and one color of your choice. So I added red. Okay, for my color. There's a little bit of blue and green in my cardstock, and hopefully that'll be overlooked. I am also using a scrap, and in all my videos, I show you when I use the scraps, you know, the cutouts. So when you cut something out with your Cricut or with your punches, if you do it right, sometimes you can reuse these pieces so they don't go to waste, because I hate to throw them out. I just do. So today's card is your normal A2 size, folded over. It is a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card, and this is the same size. It's real red. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4 by Stampin' Up, and then I'm using another scrap, and the scrap is 1/8 of an inch smaller than the red. So basically, I had to really kind of trim it around to make it work. This piece right here, my designer paper that I'm using, which is I went through all of my scrap-in kits from Stampin' Up and just weeded out I took all the cardstock out and I put it, you know, with my cardstock so I could use it. All the stickers I put in a folder for my kids to use when they make crafts. And then all of the paper, if I liked it, then I went ahead and I kept it. Paper that I didn't like, I set aside for my kids to cut up and use for crafting. So I kind of weeded through all my my scrapping kits, because I just don't scrap that way anymore. So, but this is paper from one of those kits. And so I'm going to go ahead and adhere my paper together. And when you use, you know, pieces that you've cut, you have to just be careful when you trim it so that, you know, it's even on both sides so that you can use it. And then when you adhere paper over it, obviously that you adhere it in such a way that it covers that hole. And that's kind of how I reuse some of my Cricut cardstock. I've cut my Cricut because they leave these like giant holes, and you know, you hate, I mean, I trim it sometimes and then use it, you know, to mount sentiments and those sorts of things, or for little pieces of Cricut cuts. But sometimes I get lucky and I can really use it. So I'm using my ATG gun. And I like to use white cardstock because it makes it really easy to write. Ooh, that is just really uneven. To write a sentiment, to stamp something inside. I find that colored cardstock on the inside of a card is just much more difficult. Okay, so then I've got this black piece. I'm mounting it with pink now instead of the red, and I've got this coordinating piece of red that I'm going to put here. And this is what I'm going to mount my main image, which you guys will see in a second. And it's kind of fun having these challenges, these Christmas in July challenges, because I will have a few Christmas cards ready. And I make a lot of Christmas cards. They're fun to make. I love making Christmas cards. But it's overwhelming when you have a lot to make, and I like to make a lot of cards, so it's nice to get a little head start. So here is my my card, and I've got this little bit of mono adhesive I'm going to use. I ran out of ATG. I really should check that before I make a video. So I'm going to center that along the middle, so it's like this. And this is going to be my image. And this is Hello Kitty. She's cut at 3.5 inches. She's going to be mounted on, I think this is 3.75. And then everything is cut about 1/8 of an inch smaller for each of the layers. So there's that. And then this is Hello Kitty, and she's cut at 3.5 with all her layers. She starts off with black and then white for her face, and then her hat and her boots, and the trim for her outfit is red, and her bow is pink, and her shirt, I tried to match the same paper here so it kind of has some cohesion. And then the pink, I didn't like the way that it looked. It kind of looked kind of dirty for some reason when I got cut. I don't know if it was too close, like with black threads. So from the cardstock that I used before. So I like to cover mistakes with stickles, and actually I like to bling up my cuts a lot. So I put this pink stickles, and then I put Dazzling Details, which is Stampin' Up! Sort of diamond stickles, kind of glue, glitter glue, and I put that on the hat to just kind of make it look a little bit more bling. And then she's done on the mounting tape. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to turn it around so I can center her. And there she is. Very, very cute. My sentiment is this Meowly Christmas, and this is from Here Kitty from Cards TV Stamps. Very cute. I have a couple of her stamp sets, and I really like them. I would like to get more. I like to own everything, unfortunately, for my husband. And so I'm using some Zots, some little glue dots for the back of my ribbon. And all I did was take a piece of scrap black grosgrain ribbon and kind of fold it in this kind of triangle-y pattern. And I closed it with a little small glue dot, and I have a small glue dot on the back. And basically what I'm going to do is, and I'm sorry, I have to turn around and look at it this way. And I've got my sentiment, which is stamped on white cardstock, and then I punched it out with the Stampin' Up! Modern Label punch. I don't know where that is right now to show you guys, but I love this punch. I use it a lot when I can find an image that fits for the right size, because it's just so easy to stamp it on any piece of scrap that you have that you can make it work and then punch it out. And so this is just going to go right over that ribbon. And here is my completed card. And this is actually my second Christmas card for July. Thank you very much for watching. And this is Cindy with Creating with the Heart.